Some people think all wolves are bad. My ancestors hunted mammoth. The wolves have been our friends ever since. They're called dogs. I think anybody really making a big deal out of it must have been part of the Chaos Project, which shut down their official operations. So now it's just diplomatic immunity fled the country. You're going to prison. Elon, lock them up. Does the Pentagon know what I'm talking about? Have they been allowed the opportunity to appraise this intelligence? Somebody shot a plane at my former employer. So wolves are bad. What about sheep? Not in my Pentagon. What about fish? We get back in the water. We live in a desecrated sanctuary. At this time, pending satisfaction of due process, until the ferryman gets paid, your forgiveness is mine to give. So there's wolves that live out in the mountains and they only eat deer and mountain goats. Wolves come around after your lambs and your children. We don't expect no special protections or privileges or anything. The burden falls upon us. They think the point of chasing the king of the Nazis out. I'm under the impression some doctor ripped off insurance for 40 G's. Insurance went to FDIC. Population was affected, but there's a cult. Okay, so it wasn't just them. As long as these dickheads are already paying for it, right? KKK. But Stonewall Jackson died, at least 10 years before the KKK was founded. I mean, the South had not lost the war yet. There was no point, there was no reason for them to exist yet. So what you did was you reached back in time. You said, this guy was one of ours. And I assure you, he most certainly was not. The Ku Klux Klan was founded with the fatherless sons of the Confederacy, and whatever shirkers were available couldn't make it to the real war, but Ku Klux. Now, if you had never heard of the KKK and you heard those two words in a sentence, how would you spell them? Literally means chicken shit. It really does. Haha. Told you. So, the objective of holy war being to deprive your enemy of impetus, meaning not give him a reason to come kick your ass, or giving him a reason not to. I have drafted reforms so that these poor people would not have been compelled to partake in such shenanigans to begin with. But the KKK should be disbanded for dragging Stonewall Jackson's descendants into this. Right? There's no longer a terrorist chicken shit club here for you to push around. Pretend you thought you had a reason to come here and mistake us for one of them. Who's mad about that? Some Central African cannibal warlord? First, do no harm, or you're not a doctor in any religion. Okay, so who's providing your health care at this time? Lo, for I have sinned, and I have done wickedly. But these sheep, what have they done? Let thine hand, I pray thee, be against me and against my father's house. And then I come to the church, and I got kicked out by police for calling you Boko Haram. It is the year of our Lord, 2024-5. Because for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. That John 3:16. It's in the Bible. You've heard of it. You know what only means? Now, if I came back to whatever village you're from, and I said, you'd like to trade your land for our food, but only once. What do you say? Food? So you know what only means? Africans did not domesticate dogs. My ancestors hunted mammoth to the ends of the earth. Not racist. First, do no harm, or you're not a doctor. Okay? Everybody already hates you. If God didn't want us to say Nigeria, he'd have called it something else. Imagine a society of white people in some secluded island somewhere called Crackertopia, and they are over there abusing each other for just centuries, completely cut off from the world. One day, some wizard gives them a boat and a free pass to come take our jobs. And you're not allowed to say Crackertopia. That's our word. And while we're at it, let's make a whole dictionary of stuff you're not allowed to say. Coming here exploiting our Mexicans. They're supposed to be under our protection. Some people don't like it. But the rest of us are allowed to not let you exploit them. I mean, you're going to do something about it? Making it unenforceable. And this is where the Catholics come in. Because where are these idiots getting the money? Right, so the Nigerians are kicking back some campaign funding. Let the guys who don't like the Mexicans bring Nigerians in. And then they're increasingly taking over the Vatican. Have you seen London? Where's your king? You have some kind of diplomatic immunity. That's your claim as to a foreign sovereignty, right? It ain't me. Idiots can't be trusted with a 6-year-old. If I'm persona non grata now, what was I when I was getting raped in surgery at 6 years old? Because I'm related to Stonewall, a fag bar. I won't do nothing about that, but you think you can do something about me? I ain't worried about you. The democracy is now free to guarantee the lives, liberty, and property of white people again, please. It's legal, totally legal. Invoice me. Anybody who doesn't like it can line up and kiss my ass. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope. I will mail it to your lips. Vive la France, vive la France.